I'll break your face. You got the picture?
You'd actually... No, you wouldn't do that.
No. So just lighten up, okay?
Listen, Dee, I didn't mean anything bad about your uncle. It's just I didn't think you should bring him to the cotillion if Mrs. Royer had heard about him, that's all.
Okay, I know you didn't mean it, so why don't you just drop it, okay?
Well, I don't want you to think I was being...
What, catty? No, I don't think you were being catty. Now, come on, just lighten up.
All right.
Good afternoon, girls. I'm Mrs. Royer.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, let me see. You must be Rachel Corey's sister.
No, that's me. Rather, it is I, ma'am.
Ah, Nancy, how do you do?
How do you do, too?
Rachel's not with you. I was, expecting her.
Oh, well, she said she was coming.
Oh, well, I do hope so. She's such a charming lady. Now, let me see. You must be Deirdre.
I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, ma'am.
Yes. Now, girls, shall we just sit down and try to discover what we have in common?
Come on, Brittany. You've got to eat something. There was nothing we could do. There was nobody home at Sally's house. But don't worry. I'm going to keep calling. Catlin has got to come back here. And when he does, we'll be waiting for him.
Late notice? Gee, I didn't get it. Well, of course I intend to pay it, but I've been out of town recently. When did you say you sent it? Well, that explains it. That's when I was out of town. I had to go to London on business. So I'll tell you what you do. Why don't you send all the bills to my accountant, and he'll take care of it. His name and address? Don't you have it there? Could you hold on for just a second? Somebody's at the door. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Kathleen.
Lucas.
This part is brought to you by mountain-grown Folgers. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Is Dee here?
Come in, I'm on the phone. Elliot, are you still there? Well, listen, Elliot, I really don't find that deal at all acceptable. It's just not feasible financially for us at the time. Right. It's nice talking to you, too. Goodbye, Elliot. Those paperback boys, they come up with the worst deals.
Yes, I know.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, actually, I came to see Dee.
Well, she's not here right now. In fact, she's got her interview with Mrs. Royer today.
Oh, yes, I know. That's why I can't. You mean she's not here?
She's probably right in the middle of it right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's too bad. I brought her something.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing, really.
I'm sure she'll love it. Listen, she shouldn't be very long. That is, if you want to wait for her, you're more than welcome.
No, I have things I have to do.
I'll be glad to take it and make sure that she gets it.
No, I should give it to her. It requires an explanation.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, I thought it'd give her a laugh.
So, how are things at Corey?
Oh, great. Great. Things are happening all the time. You know, they really keep you hopping over there.
That should suit you.
Yeah, it does.
And your family?
All fine, thank you.
How about Prometheus?
Oh, he's still chasing the mailman.
Give him a bone for me, will you?
Well, you always did spoil it.
You'd do the same for me.
Yeah, will you tell Dee that I was here?
I will, but she really shouldn't be very long. I mean, if you don't have anything else to do.
I do.
Okay.
It's tea for two, Mr. Winthrop. I don't know whether you're a milk or a lemon man. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a visitor.
Kathleen, I'd like you to meet Dee's grandmother. Mrs. Jones, this is Kathleen McKinnon.
Hello.
How do you do? I really have to get going. Tell Dee that I'll call her later.
It was nice to meet you, Miss McKinnon.
Same here.
Pretty woman.
Yes.
Is she a friend?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, is she a friend?
Oh, no. We were business associates at one time.
Oh,
Yes. She was part of my publishing company.
a big part?
She's very talented. She's a good editor, good businesswoman.
Oh, well, she sounds like a good person to have around.
She's working someplace else now.
But you're still close?
She's friends with Dee. They're the ones who are close.
Now, you both understand the situation vis-à-vis the cotillion.
You mean vis-a-vis there's only one space open?
Yes, exactly. I must say, I don't relish having to choose between the two of you, but c'est la guerre.
We understand, Mrs. Royer.
Now, ordinarily, of course, I wouldn't interview the two of you at the same time, but I thought, since you're such fast friends, why not? You are friends, aren't you?
Oh, yes, very fast.
Yeah, I knew you must be, since Rachel wrote that gracious letter of recommendation for Deirdre.
Yes, we are friends.
Now, I want you to behave and interact naturally, just as if you were in your own drawing rooms. Now, let's see. Nancy, why don't we start with you?
Sure. How?
Well, perhaps you would like to tell us what you're interested in, what your aspirations are.
My aspirations? Well, I'm into lots of things.
And what are they, dear?
Candy striping, for one.
Well, that's highly commendable, but surely you don't want to spend the rest of your life pushing a book cart around a hospital.
Oh, no, of course not. Absolutely not, no.
No, I thought not, but still it's nice to hear of the philanthropic side of you.
Me too.
Now, dear, I'm sure that you and your friends, though, when you're together, you must discuss the future and your dreams.
Dreams. We definitely dream. We're always discussing life and where we're going and stuff like that.
And where are you going, Nancy?
Well, to college, and then my career, and Mr. Wright asks me, I'll be getting married.
Is there a Mr. Wright in your life?
Yes, I am seeing someone now.
Is he from a good family?
Oh, yes, a very prominent family, ma'am.
Oh, I am so pleased. Do choose well, my dear. Some of our best girls come to grief because they marry beneath themselves, and it rarely works.
Oh, I will be careful.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Now, Deirdre.
Well, my goals are slightly different for my future, I'm afraid.
Well, could you tell us about them?
As much as I feel college is important and a good marriage is essential for a happy life, my immediate aim is to serve humanity.
Ah, and how would you achieve that?
Through charity work, I've heard the ladies of Bay City Society have done beautiful work, raising money for all sorts of charities. I'd like to be a part of that.
Yes, well, I must say we need all the dedicated people we can get. I think Bay City Society is extremely fortunate to have so many upstanding young women joining us this year. Let's see, there's Babs Thornton. Do you know her?
No.
I may have met her at the Junior League's tea last month.
Charming girl, charming. And Muffy Symington's coming out. Oh, but you might not know her. She spent most of the last few years abroad, but I do know one friend of yours, Sweet Marley Love.
I've been waiting a long time for this, too.
Why didn't you come to me before?
I'm here now. It's all that matters.
You are beautiful.
I want you, Jake.
I've been going crazy thinking about this.
Good.
Where are you going?
I want this to be perfect. There.
Room 247, yes, please. I'll hold it. Yes, would you ring it for me? 247, the patient's name is Brittany Peterson. What? When did she check out? Do you have any idea where she went? Why did they release her so soon? No, of course you didn't. And even if you did, you wouldn't tell me, would you? Yes, I'm sorry, too. They have gone.
Who?
Brittany and Zane, they've disappeared.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll find them. Believe me, I will.
Terrific. Who are they?
What about Liz? Did you find out anything?
Not yet.
Why not?
Look, Peter, why is finding Liz the #1 priority around here? I mean, the woman has gone on a little vacation, for heaven's
Yes,
sake.
but where?
No one knows. Why is this so important?
You know, I wonder if Jamie is just hiding this from me deliberately.
Oh, I am sure. Peter, what is going on? Why do you want to find Liz? And who are Brittany and...
Zane.
And whoever. Who are they?
All right. Brittany is Catlin's wife, or should I say one of his wives.
What?
And Zane is her friend.
Wait a minute. You mean Catlin was married before?
That's right. Catlin is a bigamist.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Neither did I, but apparently. Brittany and Catlin had a child. But the child, there was an accident and the child drowned. They thought that Brittany had died too, but she was rescued. And she's still married to Catlin.
That poor woman.
Poor Sally. Do you have any idea what this is going to do to her?
So that's why you're so desperate to find Liz, because
Exactly.
she knows where Sally and Catlin
I
are.
have got to find Liz. Sally's got to know the truth before she gets hurt any further.
Hi. Do you know what you want, or would you like to see a menu? Well, I'll tell you, we got the best burgers in town. We got real down-home chili, lots of meat. I'll tell you, there's no hurry. Why don't I bring a menu and you take your time, okay?
Hi.
Hi. I was just telling your lady friend here that we got...
She can't hear you.
What?
She's been deafened.
Oh, well, would you like to order for her then?
Yeah. I'm gonna order now, Britt. What do you want? Why don't you bring us a couple of burgers and a couple of cups of coffee?
Coming up.
No, there was no answer. But I'm gonna call again in a couple of minutes. I know how you feel. All right. I don't know how you feel. But I know that you're still mad at me.
Hiya, Maisie.
Oh, poor Wallingford, I got bad news for you.
What happened?
Well, a guy was in here earlier, decimated my entire pie selection.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding, honey. The cupboard is bare. I just popped a couple in the oven, but it's gonna be a while.
Well, that's all right. I'll wait. What's a day without a wedge of Smiley's pie?
You know, we should have you do our advertising, Wallingford.
Wait just a minute, Maisie. Avast there, landlubber.
Oh, no!
You old bilge rat!
You old son of a sea cook!
You old... I give up!
Oh, you are a sight for sore eyes, Wallingford.
Zane.
So you are Mr. Hennessy's niece, Dee?
Yes.
Oh, the Hennessy's. You know, I must say I've never gotten to know the Hennessy's. I don't think anyone has.
Well, the older generations have stuck pretty much to themselves.
Yes,
Well,
right.
I intend to change that.
Oh, it certainly is a fine old family. It's very high society. I believe they have a branch in Boston.
Mm-hmm. Bankers.
Oh, good, solid profession. You must be very proud.
Oh, yes, very.
Yes, and now, Nancy, the Coreys. Oh, I adore that old house. I can remember it from before Mac bought it.
We all love that house.
Oh, yeah. Now, you are, of course, let me see, an in-law to the Coreys, and your mother is, I know I've spoken to her on the phone.
My mother's Ada Hobson.
Ada Hobson. I don't believe I know the Hobsons. Was your father from another part of the country?
No, ma'am, my father wasn't a Hobson. He was a McGowan.
McGowan, a Scot. Oh, I have many dear friends in Edinburgh. Just last year, I was having dinner with Lord Lovett, the head of the Clan Fraser, you know.
No, I wouldn't know. You see, my father wasn't from Scotland, ma'am. He was an American.
I see. Well, he's probably related to the McGowans in Los Angeles, the ones, you know, who've done so much for our universities out there.
I would know. He never mentioned that to me.
Yes, well, what did he do, dear?
For a living?
Yes. Did he work, or did he just oversee the family interests?
Oh, he looked after the interests of a lot of people, ma'am. My father was a policeman.
Isn't that admirable? Well, I think that just about concludes this interview, unless there's something one of you girls would like to add.
Not me, ma'am. Perhaps Deirdre would like to speak a little bit about her family.
No, thank you, Nancy. I believe we've taken up enough of Miss Royer's time.
Well, then, if you girls will just excuse me, I will retire and go over my notes, and then I will be back shortly to let you know my decision.
Hi.
Thanks.
For what?
I knew you were dying to spill it about my uncle being a loan shark, but you didn't, so thanks.
No problem. I mean, if I did that, you probably would have just dumped it, both of us.
Okay, so fair and square, whoever gets it.
Gets it.
I'll tell you, if you had a place like this in Paris, with the view you've got, you'd be paying something around the national debt.
I wish I did.
You don't like it here in Bay City, Mr. Winthrop?
No, I like it fine. I only meant that it would be nice to be able to afford that.
Well, you're obviously comfortable. The publishing business must be doing very well.
It's hit or miss.
Why are you doing this for my granddaughter?
I like Dee. I want to see her get ahead.
I thought maybe you were doing it as a favor for my son.
A favor to Tony, Anthony?
Well, yes. You are business associates, aren't you?
Oh, associates?
Yes, he said that he had arranged financing for a book that you liked
Oh.
that had no market.
No market at all. Oh, he was such a help to me. I owe him a lot.
Then it is a favor.
It's been fun. Dee's worked very hard, and to see her blossom like this.
She is something, isn't she? But then, of course, I'm prejudiced.
Well, you have every right to be prejudiced, Mrs. Jones. As you said, she is definitely something.
I can hardly wait to see her walk into that cotillion.
Oh, that'll be a great moment in history. I hope there are a lot of photographs taken, because I'd love to see that myself.
But you will. You'll be there.
I will.
Yes. She'll be on your arm. Isn't that part of the plan?
Well, no. My part ends after the interview. I mean, that was the favor.
But who is her escort to be?
I really haven't given that much thought.
But it's important. She can't just make her debut on the arm of anyone.
Oh, he won't be just anybody. I mean, we'll find somebody suitable, the right age, Dee's age.
Well, but you have to consider Dee. She has to know the person who's taking her.
Well, fine, then we'll see to it that they have a date beforehand.
Do you have someone in mind?
No, but I don't think we'll have any difficulty finding the right escort.
I don't want to leave anything to chance, Mr. Winthrop. You have worked so hard to bring Dee this far. I think you ought to see it through to the end.
Mrs. Jones, at my age, I really can't see myself being an escort at a debutante ball.
Oh, nonsense. You'll be smashing. She deserves that. I want you to do this as a favor for me. Do this one thing, and I'll be forever in your debt.
Mrs. Jones, let's see if she's going to pass the interview first, shall we?
She will. It's a deal, then?
It's a deal.
What are you doing in Bay City? I live here now. That's a long story. What about you?
Well, I just got here a couple of days ago, and I came because... Well, come on. I want you to meet somebody. Brittany, I want you to meet a very old friend of mine. Wallingford. This is Brittany.
Hello, Brittany.
I'm very pleased to meet you. She can read your lips pretty well if you speak directly to her and speak slowly.
Oh, I'm very pleased to meet you, too.
Wallingford and I, we go way back.
Yeah. We go so far back that the $10 he owes me is probably worth 15 by now.
What 10?
We were just kids.
This isn't your version of that night in Halifax, is it?
It's not my version of anything. It's what happened in Halifax.
No. Don't believe a word.
No, ignore him. He and I had known each other for about a year.
A couple of months, 6 tops.
Well, time just drags when you're having a lousy time. We first met on this fishing boat working out of Providence.
Yeah, and the captain on that tub, a real Captain Bligh.
Well, he really hated Zane because Zane pretended to know everything about fishing.
Well, I needed a job.
Yeah, and he didn't know the difference between a shark and a sardine.
Did you?
Well, I was keeping a low profile, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, any time anybody wanted him to do some work, he said he was peeling potatoes?
Well, it was true. I was peeling potatoes. I bet I peeled half of Idaho's entire crop for that year.
Yeah, well, you didn't make them taste any better.
I was only the assistant cook. Now, my job was to peel, to clean, to scour. Besides, I noticed you didn't eat a heck of a lot once we left port anyway.
What happened in Halifax? I don't remember. What did happen in Halifax?
Funny, you know, you said the very same thing when you came to on the boat.
This guy tells a tale with a little stretch in it.
Oh, no, this is no tale. You see, we had been out of sight of land for a month. So we were relaxing, having a couple of beers, and Zane here gets so relaxed, he gets up on the table and starts reciting some poetry. Ah, you do remember.
Oh, yeah. There once was a lady from Halifax
who wanted to show me her artifacts.
No, she took over.
We don't need to tell the whole thing. Anyway, there were a bunch of Canadians. They're great, big, strong Canadians who didn't like Zane's version of poetry.
Yeah, that was a good scrap, though, huh?
It was no contest. 2 punches and you were out. The police had to come finish the job. We were confined to the boat for the duration.
So how come I owe you $10?
Damages.
We only did $10 worth of damage?
Well, I said it was no contest. Don't worry about the money, Zane. It's so good to see your ugly old face. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but I run a little fishing boat in Oregon.
I don't believe it.
Didn't I just say that? Oh, it's no big deal, but when the Chinook are around, I can make ends meet.
Yeah, but what are you doing here?
Brittany is looking for someone. It's very important.
Oh, well, maybe I can help you. I know a lot of people in Bay City.
Catlin Ewing?
You're looking for Catlin? Sure, I know him.
I haven't felt this sane in a long time.
You sure? Want me to keep working on it?
Gotta take a little. Took a big risk coming here.
Couldn't wait any longer? You're not upset with me, are you?
upset with you.
Better read between the lines.
I just don't want to blow it, that's all.
In case I need it when I'm old.
We won't.
You better get going.
Right now?
Maybe not just this minute.
Heavy on the mayo.
Maisie?
Really? What are you doing back here, honey?
I'm feeling better.
Well, good. Let's keep it that way. So you go home and take it easy.
All right, I will. But I need to get my purse.
Don't tell me you left it here.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep.
you found it?
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Now you get out of here.
All right. I can take a hint. Oh, before I forget, do you know where Jake is? Donna wanted me to ask him if he could do some work for her.
Well, as far as I know, he's upstairs.
Oh, great. I'll go ask him. Thanks.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
Oh, honey, would you give Jake a message for me?
Oh, sure. What is it?
Well, tell him that I need some help bringing some stuff up from the storeroom. Whenever he has a minute. There's no hurry.
Oh, well, I can help you, Maisie.
Oh, no, you won't. Some of those boxes are heavy, and I don't want you straining yourself with the way you've been feeling lately.
I can help you. What is it that you
Now,
need?
I don't want you lifting those big boxes here. Okay, we need some ketchup, some napkins.
You have got to get going, Victoria.
Not until you tell me about her.
And will you go?
Promise.
What do you want to know?
Everything. How she wears her hair, what kind of clothes she likes. Would really help, Jake, if I could see her in person.
You can't. But I can show you the next best thing. Take a look at that. It should tell you everything you need to know.
Marley.
What do you think?
Oh, no, I've never seen her before, okay?
You know, I was thinking. What's wrong?
What do you mean?
Look like you've seen a ghost.
Not a ghost. My sister.
I guess she's counting up the scores now.
Yeah, like the Olympics. 5'7", 5'9", 5'7", 6.
Oh, great, I know who got the 5'7".
Oh, come on, Mrs. Royer loved you, I could tell.
She loved my sister, but she thought you were more refined than Sugar.
Nah, she's just being polite.
Listen, Dee, I know when someone's being polite, and I know when someone doesn't like me.
Man, you're really wired about this.
This has been a particularly difficult decision to make. You are both such lovely girls and would grace any debutante's ball. However, congratulations, Nancy.
Oh, wow! I can't believe this!
Nancy, dear.
Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Royer. It's such an honor.
Nancy.
Listen, Dee, what can I say?
Dear,
I'm
you
so
are
sorry.
our alternate.
I beg your pardon, our what?
Our alternate, as the Miss America pageant has a first runner-up, we have you.
What does that mean?
Well, that means if one of our girls is sick, you will step into her place.
Oh.
And, Deirdre, that means that you are our final debutante.
Oh, Miss Royer, I don't know what to say.
Yes, it is exciting, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
Yes, it is just that. Becoming a member of society is fabulous.
Oh, I can't wait to tell everyone.
Yes, I'm sure, dear. Now, I don't want you to be discouraged, Nancy, but I'm sure you're not.
Not at all.
Yes, because you never can tell what will happen between now and Cotillion.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, one of our girls might come down with something and you might still come out. Well, I have a dinner engagement. Founder's Day is coming up, and I have to plan the banquet.
I really want to thank you, Mrs. Royer.
Oh, Deirdre, you're a lovely girl. You're both lovely girls. As I said, this has been a particularly difficult decision to make. But I consider myself extremely fortunate to have had two young ladies of such quality to choose between. Now, I'll see you at the cotillion.
That's that. Well, not yet. You heard her. One of the girls might get sick.
Are you kidding? Who wouldn't show up to this thing? I mean, they'd come if they had to be carried in on a stretcher, Dee.
You really wanted it, didn't you?
Hey, look, it's not the end of the world, huh?
Hey, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm still sorry. I mean, I didn't know how much this meant to you.
It's just a dumb dance, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I better get going.
You too.
See you, Nance.
Wait, I just want to wish you the best of luck.
Same here. Thanks a lot.
Good job.
Bye.
What do you think?
Well, if we're trying to get Bravo more up to date, I suggest we go with those.
Exactly what I thought, too.
Well, it makes it simple, doesn't it? Do you need me for anything else?
No, not exactly. Oh, I would like to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
The other evening, were you trying to make Cass jealous?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Kathleen. At the end, when you asked me to dance, there had to be some sort of method to your madness.
I thought it would be fun.
I thought I might have had something to do with that young woman that he was with.
Look, I don't want to talk about this. Can we just drop it?
Fine. I just don't like to see somebody that I work with so unhappy, especially somebody so beautiful.
Oh, give me a break.
Yes. Yes, Donna. No, I haven't found anything else about Brittany. No, of course I want to find them. It's very important that I find Sally. I only knew where Liz was. Yes, of course. I will let you know if anything develops. Goodbye. Goodbye, Donna.
Peter, why is finding Sally so important to you?
Because Sally's a friend, and I want her to know the truth.
Somehow I seem to think that there's a little bit more than that. You want
do?
Sally back, don't you?
I just don't want her to be hurt.
Catelyn and Brittany? Oh, that's some story, Zane.
It's not a story, Wallingford. It's the truth.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I didn't mean I didn't believe you. I just meant that it makes things a lot different.
Well, we've tried where Catelyn lives. We've tried every place we can think of. No luck.
What's going to happen when you do find her?
Well, that'll be between Catelyn and Brittany. Technically, they're still married.
Yeah, I guess they are. That's the law, isn't it?
Do you know where we can find Catelyn?
No, not really.
But you do know him.
Yeah, I know him.
Well, then you know where we can get in touch with him.
Not really. I don't know them all that well. I just see them every once in a while.
Please help me, Mr. Wallingford. Look, Wallingford, we came a long way for this. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to happen whether you help us or not.
Zane, Sally and Catelyn saved my life.
All we want are a couple of names, Wallingford. A couple of names of people who know where we can find Catelyn.
I just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Somebody's already been hurt. Badly hurt.
Well, you know, Sally and Catelyn love each other.
Hey. Now, Catelyn and Brittany loved each other, too.
Brittany, don't feel bad. I just don't want anybody to get hurt. Especially you.
One name, Wallingford. One name.
Larry Ewing.
Who's he?
It's Catelyn's brother.
Where can we find him?
The police station. He works there. He's a lieutenant.
Thanks, Wallingford.
Brittany, I really hope that everything works out okay for everybody.
Yeah, you were very...
Oh. Thank you. Thanks, Wally.
I mean, her uncle's a loan shark, for Pete's sake.
Well, that's not Dee's fault.
I know, but the whole thing is such a joke, Perry. I mean, come on, who your family is?
Yeah, I know, it is a joke. But I tell you, this cotillion business went out years ago.
Well, I wish it had just stayed out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. I don't know, I wish I hadn't been so nervous. I mean, here's this woman sitting there asking me all these silly questions, and I couldn't even get my tongue to work.
I didn't want to tell you this, but I was kind of hoping that you wouldn't pass.
You're kidding me.
No.
Why?
Well, for selfish reasons, really.
And what are they?
Well, actually, I wasn't looking forward to spending my entire evening with those cotillion types. I've had a lifetime of those. They're boring.
You're just saying that.
No, believe me, all you do is you take a couple of turns around the dance floor, and then you stand around all evening with this really stupid grin on your face, and you talk about the garden parties, and you talk about where one is going to summer.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. They're snobs. They're fakes.
Speaking of snobs and fakes, you should have seen Mrs. Royer. Yeah.
I don't need to see her. I know the type. She's a pillar of society, right?
Got it.
She probably looks like a pillar, too.
I can't believe you, Barry.
Yeah. I can think of a much better way to spend an evening with you.
You can, huh?
Yep.
What did you have in mind?
Oh, something like an evening for two.
Sounds
very
good.
Romantic.
Sounds even better.
Oh, it would be, I promise.
So what are we gonna do?
Can't tell you.
Come on.
No.
Please.
No.
Just a little.
No. Well, okay, just maybe I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
We wouldn't talk about garden parties. And it certainly won't be boring.
I forgot my key.
Well?
You may kiss my hand.
Oh, she did it!
Where's Grandma?
She's over here.
Grandma, I'm in!
She did it! She did it!
Oh, a debutante! Oh, I'm so happy.
Of course she did it. I mean, did we expect any less?
Oh, my baby, a debutante. Oh, I'm so happy I'm gonna cry.
Well, how about a hug for me? I mean, didn't I have a little something to do with it?
You had everything to do with it. I couldn't have done it without you. Now we're going to celebrate.
You bet we are.
Grandma, stop crying.
No, I want to cry. I love crying.
Here, Mrs. Jones. So, tell us everything. What happened?
Well, there's not much to tell. Royer brought me and Nancy in together, and we talked about what we wanted to do in our life and everything, and she went outside, she came back in, and I won.
The winner!
Miss Deidre Evans.
Were you nervous?
Oh, it was weird about that. I was real scared before, right? But then, I was cool as anything.
That a girl.
Oh, I love you, sweetheart. And no matter what happened today, I would love you just the same. I hope you know that.
I do, Grandma, and I love you too. Mwah. But it did happen, and I am going to be a lady. Yeah!
Well, of course you're a lady. We didn't need Mrs. Royer to tell us that.
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm so proud. A debutante. You're a new beginning for our family.
I have to go out for a while.
Where are you going?
Oh, don't miss our celebration. I know Tony would want to thank you for what you've done.
Well, tell Tony I'll be back soon. I do want to talk to him. There's just someone I want to share this with.
Oh, well, hurry back.
Good for you. You deserve it.
Thanks, Cass.
I'll see you soon.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
These are the fiction submissions I told you about.
Fine, I'll try and get to them this afternoon.
Right, you need me for anything else?
No, nothing, Kathleen.
Okay, I'll be in the office.
Yes, hello. Oh, hello, Cass.
I need to talk to Kathleen.
She's not here. It's not her office.
Well, I was told she was there.
All right, she was just leaving.
Well, look, are you going to play games or are you going to put her on?
Hold on. Just a moment, please.
Look, Cass.
She passed, Kathleen. Dee's going to be a debutante. Do you believe it?
Oh, Cass, that's terrific. I bet you're relieved.
Oh, to say the least.
Yeah, all that hard work really did pay off. Now Tony can't touch you.
Yeah, well, I could never have done it without you. That's why I wanted to share it with you.
It's, very thoughtful. Thank you.
No, no. Thank you. You're the one who made it possible.
I don't know about that, but I'm glad you called.
I wanted you to know how grateful I am to you. I mean, no matter what's happened between us, I think it's important that you know how I feel.
Cass, where are you?
What was that?
Peter has another call.
I better check that. It might be important.
I have to hang up now.
Bye.
Bye, Cass.
Yes. No, I can't meet with him.
You still want me to get you inside?
What?
I said, do you still want me to get you in?
Oh, no. I guess I got my message through. Thank you.
Victoria.
I know. I have to go. It's kind of hard.
We'll be together soon.
Promise?
Promise. All the planning and being apart will definitely be worth it.
One more kiss.
I'll call you later, okay?
This part of Another World was brought to you by Bounce. Not Bounce as you know it, but new Super Soft Bounce. Now Bounce gives you super softness with static cling control and a terrific fresh scent.
Tonight on Knight Rider, Michael goes after $3 million worth of stolen diamonds. Then stay tuned for Half Nelson, followed by Miami Vice. Tomorrow night on Hunter, an ex-con stalks the jury members who sent him to jail. Can Hunter and Dee Dee stop him?
NBC, let's all be there.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.